Hi, it's Debbie from Buckeye Homestead, and today I'm going to try a new recipe called Crispy Air Fryer Corn Dogs. I got this recipe offline on izzycooking.com. I wanted to try it because my husband put corn dogs on the grocery list, and as I was going through the aisles, I started to head that direction. I said, wait a minute, this is the year that I'm trying to stay away from buying all those pre-made frozen things, and I'm like, well, what's better than trying new corn dog recipe? So come with me and we're going to figure this out together. I'm using my air fryer. Another thing that this recipe says is that you can freeze these and then air fry them later, and there's a note on how to do that at the end of the recipe, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Alright, so what it calls for is 4 hot dogs, and you're going to need to cut them in half so that you have more manageable sizes, especially for an air fryer. My air fryer is not real big, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to get at least 2 batches done. So first we're going to whisk together our cornmeal, so that's 3/4 cup of flour, which was also 3/4 cup. So we need a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Baking soda. So we need a half a teaspoon of baking soda. A teaspoon of sugar. And a half a teaspoon of salt. And I just realized that I should have done this in the bigger bowl, but oh well. Oh, I just did this wrong. Okay, in this bowl there was buttermilk, and that was supposed to not be in this, so we're kind of changing things up a little bit. That's the joy of doing things in front of a crowd, is you get to see my mistakes. Alright, and then in the other bowl, you're supposed to whisk together the buttermilk and the eggs. Well, my buttermilk is already in the bowl. So, and I'm going to get a smaller bowl for my eggs now, since I already messed that up. So in another bowl, whisk together the buttermilk and the eggs. That would be 3/4 cup of buttermilk and 2 eggs. And obviously I can't do my buttermilk because it's already in my dry ingredients. So I'm whisking my eggs. Add the buttermilk and egg mixture into the dry ingredients and mix to combine. Make sure there are no streaks of flour in the mixture. So far it seems kind of thick, but I guess since it's going in the air fryer, we don't want it to be runny because it's just going to blob onto the bottom. I'm trying to get all, you can see this looks pretty good. Let me get the flour off the side. Alright. It says transfer batter into a tall glass because this is how we're going to dip. So to be able to coat the hot dog should be interesting. If you watched any of my other videos, you probably know that I'm not the cleanest cook. But I think I even heard Joanna Gaines once said if your kitchen isn't messy, then if you're not making a mess when you're cooking, then you're not having fun. So I guess we're having fun. Hey, pour the breadcrumbs in a bowl and set aside. I'm going to put them on a plate, a paper plate, because we're going to be pressing. And I used panko this time. I kind of, when I was reading the reviews on this, somebody said it was kind of like a Korean corn dog. And they used the panko because it was real crispy. Alright. Cut the corn dogs in half. And I use like the kebab like the really long shish kebab skewers, and it said cut them in half. And then we're going to put the skewer into it. So let me do that real quick. I've never made a corn dog from scratch. I'm not a real big fan of corn dogs. It's my husband's thing. So to me, this has to be better than what you buy in the store. Alrighty, so we have 8 little hot dog popsicles. And it says to dip the hot dogs in flour to coat. So I got a plate here. And then to shake off any excess. And then put them in the back. Oh no. So it says spray with cooking spray. I kind of want to make sure I get the front and back. And the instructions say to set the temperature to 375 and do for 8 minutes. The time has come. It says it's ready. Now I was looking at the instructions and I kind of ignored one of the instructions, and it said after 4 minutes open it up and flip them, which I did not do. So I'm almost afraid to open this up and look at them, but we're going to find out together. Oh. They look neat. Now, if you're wondering what air fryer I have, it's the Emerald Lagasse 3-in-1. It has a pressure cooker, an air fryer, and a slow cooker, and I use it to death. So it didn't drip too badly. I mean, there's a couple crumbs in there, but it's not bad. And these look good. So let me see what they look like on the other side. If I can get them off of the tray. So that was the problem. Those are hot. Is when they started to drip, they kind of conformed around the tray. So I'm going to have to like carefully pull them off of there so I don't destroy the outsides. Alright, we're just going to test out 2. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, so not really too bad. I want to use a knife and open it up and see if it's done. go ahead and pull the skewer out just for the sake of the demonstration. So it looks done. I'm going to try it. Okay. It's good. It doesn't taste like the traditional ones that you buy in the store. But it's less greasy. I don't know how else to say it. It is different. Not different in meaning that it's not good. It's just different than what the corn dogs that we would have in the store. But I would highly recommend these because you know this has to be way more healthier than the stuff we're buying in the store. I mean, they're not very pretty. And I'm not even sure, you know, how picky your children would be. But my husband will eat these. Now, I said you could freeze them and air fry them and that the instructions would follow. Nowhere is the instruction, so I'm not sure how we would reheat these. So I'm assuming that... I just want to take a couple minutes to interrupt here to say that I was wrong, that the instructions on how to do them from the freezer are online. It says that just pre-make them, and then you get them out and lay them like you would on your air fryer, like you always do, and just follow the same cooking instructions. So the 8 minute. Only 4 fit in my air fryer, and I would make sure that when you're doing the sticks, that you can make sure that they fit in your air fryer. I could only get 4, so I'm gonna have to do another batch. And there's quite a bit of batter left, so I'm not even sure what I could do with these. It'd be some kind of cornbread, I guess. We could try, make some balls with that. But I would also suggest that you spray the rack that it's going on, since it's going to go around. But overall, I give it a thumbs up. I'll probably try a different one in the future, but this one we'll eat and then we'll move on. So thanks for watching me again. I hope you got some entertainment out of this, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.